And I think it'd probably been a difficult few seasons. You know, Livingston were probably in that run for a couple of years where it was, you know, just no struggle and survive, but just kind of ticking a box and getting through season after season.
Month by month.
But I think, like, on the pitch, you know, it probably wasn't a great period, winning some games, drawing some, losing some more, in the lead up and the build up to the final, obviously.
I remember coming in and got a reserve fixture at Dalkeith. Some of the first team players playing, you would come in, you'd be working, Andy would be working, Chevy would be working. I was fortunate enough I could go home, but I'd turn up to the reserve game and you guys had been out the house since 8 in the morning and 10 o'clock at night. Everybody was like Andy, Chevy and Neil were all doing like 3 or 4 different jobs, 12-hour shifts, and it was just really to help the football club, really, to help the club at the time. So a lot of turmoil for me, and that's me just coming in. A lot of turmoil. John left, John got us to the final. Right? Nearly was at the club. How many seasons were you involved in the coaching staff before that?
I've got a great memory, Gaffer.
2 or 3 years, something like that.
Aye, maybe 2 or 3 years. I think that's probably the positive side of this tournament and this competition, that, you know, it probably gives you an opportunity. As everybody's got an opportunity to win it. I think when they first enter it, you know, everyone probably believes that they can go on a right good run, and I think that season, you know, it was a distraction, and it was something that the further you got into the competition, you know, it allowed you to look at the possibility of winning something, and gave you that opportunity, you know, just get distracted a little bit from league form, and you know that
there was a lot of pressure at that time, but
yeah,
I remember speaking to people and saying, "There's your run of fixtures," and I'm going, "I think we'll beat Alloa, I think we'll beat Cow and Beef." So you were looking Queen of the South last game of the season. It was a kind of distraction, but also a welcome distraction because you won it. Yeah. But if you got beat it, who knows what repercussions that could have been in the next batch of league games that led to survival. So, but that day was a day you had a genuine opportunity to win the cup. I remember Martha and Georgia both going to McDiarmid Park. We drove up to McDiarmid Park and they had the kind of AstroTurf. They had an event on in the AstroTurf for all the kids and stuff like that. And then that's probably for me more so. You went, oh, this is hopefully going to be an enjoyable day. I remember Burton O'Brien, Bobo was playing. I don't know if he'd played the last game, but Bobo was coming to the end of his career, and you're looking at players that have played at the top level and how much it meant to them.
I remember the weather that day. Good weather.
That was good.
I think I got burnt. This is a goal away, counter.
It's doing this left hand
I'm
side.
sure it is. Miles wins it.
I remember that.
Pits, eh?
Is it wee Pits, yeah?
Aye.
Playing off the right. So Miles must have started in front of Jordan.
Yep.
Up top is a 9, that looks like, yeah.
It's actually a great move, eh?
Aye.
Defensively, I know, a good header, pick it up, Miles does well. Pitts makes runs that he's well known for. Great ball and a good finish.
Good finish. Again, but we've played Alloa on a couple of big occasions. Remember the League One? We had to beat them here. Pitts scores a 25-yard volley against Alloa. Look how young he looks.
Yeah, I know. I think for him probably settling into Livingston, it's
Help.
a lot of people probably would have looked at, you know, signing somebody, and there's good players at all levels.
You're on here nearly. Is it dicey?
But there's good players at all levels, but for, you know, us to sign somebody for that level, and Gaffer had obviously worked on before, but I think getting that goal in that occasion probably set him up well for moving forward in his career at the club. And to be fair, Alloa were a good side at this time. Aye, good players.
Wee Bucks playing for them at that point. Liam Buchanan.
Aye, yep.
I think if we kept more of that group the previous season, we wouldn't have been relegated. It was just a wee bit of turmoil in the summer, there's points deductions, transfer embargo, wasn't it? I think it was that season, you had left.
Aye, I wasn't, aye.
So I think it was a wee bit, I'm looking at that group now and you're going, God's sake, like, Keegs, Jason Talbot, Jordan White, like, there was a nucleus of a squad that was more than capable of doing a wee bit better.
Yeah.
And we lost all those players that summer, and it was a kind of rebuild for Birchie. Wasn't a lot of money. Is that Gary Glenn?
Gary Glenn, aye.
Wow. By the way, Gary, like, great movement with Big Joe. Gary Glenn had so much potential,
Unbelievable.
So much potential.
And I think that's probably the goal that at that point in the game you're then going,
Right, you've probably won.
aye, we're kind of comfortable now.
Hey, we look at support.
Fan base, brilliant.
Hey, what a career Big Jordan's went on to have. Remember when I first came in, it was Stevie Baird, Graham Ware, they'd been, I think he was at East Stirling. And they'd said to me about him, and I'd said to John, but John, he was already on John's radar. That's a Jordan White goal, eh?
Yeah.
Still scores in for Ross County to this day. It's the ball in the box, the big man goes and gets an end of it. I think if you look back 11 years to the preparation and detail that goes into a game of football now.
Yeah, it's changed. It's changed. I think we probably were confident going into the game, but as I said, I think Alloa were a good side as well, so to win a cup final is difficult, but to get 4-0 up in the 90th minute, it's extremely difficult and challenging, but a brilliant day.
I think Neil was more kind of in the coaching staff at that point. I was on the peripherals of that, so my emotions after it were probably more Pitts, his dad, and George and Martha, whereas you I think you probably had stronger relationships with the players. You'd played with a lot of the players, eh?
Younger, just delighted. Again, I think I mentioned it earlier, but it's not very often these occasions come along, and I think the players felt that as well. Going into a cup final, you just want to win, and to be able to just get over the line, no matter how you do it, it's the number one thing. So sheer delightment, and just that real togetherness that I think it played probably then a massive part in the remaining league games. Probably galvanised the group a wee bit to, we've done something, create a wee bit of history here in terms of winning this competition, but now let's make sure that, league-wise we keep the club in the league. So I'm just delighted with the day, to be honest.
Bit of belief, remember going into Cowdenbeath, Big Jordan White up there, they go 1-0 and Big Jordan comes up with a big goal, so I think that even helped Jordan, because that was his first year at the club. So I'll always go back to the group in the changing room. I think I want it to mean more to them, and I want to win the cup. I don't want to win the cup for David Martindale, I don't want to win the cup for my CV. I couldn't really care too much about that. For me, it's just about what it brings to the club and what it brings for the group of players that have worked so hard throughout the season to get that honour. So for me, it's more about the group than anything that it's going to bring for me. For the players, we're lucky enough, and we see them on a daily basis. For the first day they come in for pre-season and how much they put in a week and the sacrifices that they make. A lot of people don't see that, I believe, in football. For them to then, when their career finishes, and be able to talk to their kids or have their families in the stand, and hopefully them to be able to see the players lift the trophy and get their winner's medal at the end is something that I think would mean a lot to me. The sacrifices that they make on a regular basis, and then having that opportunity when their career's finished and be able to tell the stories. There you go, we're looking back on a video for 10 years ago. To be able to sit and do that and talk to people about that would be special. So I think at this club we're probably more about what it means for others, the fans, everybody else that puts in a lot of work behind the scenes at the club, that a lot of the time don't get the credit that they deserve. It's probably an opportunity for hopefully all these types of people to enjoy the occasion. You look at use Mo as an example, Carney as an example, you'll be with us, Jen, so it's a wee bit different. But they work here every day, they don't really get a chance. Mo doesn't go to all our games, but it's a day out for all staff at the club. And that's where it probably means a lot more, if you can win it. It's for everyone else. It's a club, it's for the club, but it's for the people within the club.